right-wing groups, majority of whom are followers of his party, have reportedly been involved in attacks on the community. In fact, in the month of October itself, several incidents of attacks on the Christian community were reported from different parts of the country. Yesterday, a school in Madhya Pradesh was attacked by right-wing groups. The name of the school was St. Joseph, and the attackers accused it of forceful conversion. So is the Christian community in India increasingly under attack? In March this year, 2 nuns from Kerala and 2 postulants who were travelling from New Delhi to Rourkela in Odisha were met with hostility at the hands of right-wing groups when the train reached Uttar Pradesh's Jhansi. The right-wing groups alleged that the nuns were forcefully converting the postulants into Christianity. Several videos of the incident also surfaced online, and the incident was condemned widely. The police also arrested 3 accused in the case, but they were later released on bail. But this is not the only case. A report was released in Delhi by the Association of Protection of Civil Rights, United Christian Forum, and United Against Hate on October 21st. On October 3rd, over 200 unidentified men and women, allegedly belonging to local right-wing groups, vandalized a church in Roorkee while the morning prayer was going on. Several people who had assembled for morning prayers were injured in the attack. According to the FIR registered by priest Sadhna Lanse, the church pastor's wife, over 200 men and women belonging to the local Vishwa Hindu Parishad and Bajrang Dal and Bharatiya Janata Party's youth wing barged into the church and started vandalizing it while beating the churchgoers. The mob, armed with iron rods, destroyed chairs, tables, musical instruments and photographs that were in the church. While the FIR was filed in the case and the state DGP promised action, according to an NDTV report, no arrest has been made in the case yet. In October this year, again in the month of October, activists of Bajrang Dal and Vishwa Hindu Parishad forced their way into a makeshift church in Karnataka's Hubballi and sang bhajans of Hindu prayer songs as a protest, alleging forced conversion there. In another case, a group of Bajrang Dal activists last month allegedly disrupted a prayer meeting at Jesus Prayer Hall in Belur town in Karnataka, claiming that forced religious conversions were happening at that place. According to the report, the group of about 15 to 20 people attempted to barge into the prayer hall, even as more than 40 people were engaged in prayer. The devotees stopped the activists from entering and picked up a heated argument with them. Later, the police reached the spot and was able to disperse the crowd. Now, similar incidents have been reported in Karnataka's Belgavi as well. In August this year, a group of over 100 people allegedly beat up a 25-year-old pastor after barging into his house at a remote village in Chhattisgarh's Kabir Dham district. The mob was heard raising slogans against religious conversion. The mob also vandalized his property and manhandled his family members before fleeing from the spot. In a most recent incident, Bajrang Dal and Vishwa Hindu Parishad members vandalized a Catholic school at Ganj Basoda Tehsil in Madhya Pradesh's Vidisha district yesterday afternoon.
Workers of the right-wing group Bajrang Dal, along with hundreds of locals, were seen barging into St. Joseph's School in Madhya Pradesh and throwing stones at the building on December 6th, claiming religious conversion of students by the Christian Missionary School. The violence inside the school premises happened while the class 12 students were appearing for the maths examination inside the exam hall. Meanwhile, the school authorities have denied the claims of religious conversion, claiming that none of the names mentioned in the complaint matches with any of the students studying in the school. students and the school staff present at the school campus had a narrow escape. The class 12 students who were appearing in the exams inside later said that they were in fear after the violence in the school premises.
These are visuals of classrooms with broken glasses, of school buildings where you can actually see how it has been vandalized, shattered glasses everywhere, broken glasses everywhere, because activists, so-called activists of course, from the so-called fringe groups, so the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, the right-wing activist groups, the right-wing members, they decided to vandalize the St. Joseph School in Madhya Pradesh's Vidisha. You'll see those visuals. They were sloganeering, of course, Jai Shri Ram, as they were pelting stones. And this while students were appearing for their 12th board exams inside the school. Imagine the horror for the students, not just for the school staff, for the parents when they have heard of it, and the students itself who were appearing for their board exams, that at this point in time, based on allegations that the school had been converting students to Christianity, these Hindutva goons decided to come, pelt stones, vandalize this school. And this is not the first of its kind incident that has now taken place in Madhya Pradesh. In the past 2 weeks alone, at least 8 such incidents where either Christians have been slapped with FIR, or churches have been demolished, or been given warnings, or schools have been targeted. The cases have been on the rise. Madhya Pradesh, we saw churches being vandalized in Gurgaon. In Karnataka, similar incidents too, where all of these VHP, Bajrang Dal, goons have been targeting these institutes. From Brother Anthony, who is the school manager for St. Joseph, 8 students have been converted to Christianity into the school. Tell us the sequence of events and your reaction to these allegations.
Yeah, we have 8 students. They were saying that 8 students, that is a Catholic students, pure Catholic parents students, and they had a Holy Communion in the parish. Parish is 2 kilometers away from our school. These 8 students, none of them are not studying in our school. They are studying in a different schools, a government school and different schools.
A report was released in Delhi by the Association of Protection of Civil Rights, United Christian Forum and United Against Hate on October 21st. The report highlighted that in first 9 months of 2021, over 300 such instances were recorded from across 21 states, particularly in northern India. Now, as per the Indian Express report, the UCF, that is United Christian Forum report, takes into account calls made to them on a helpline. As of September 2021, the helpline recorded 305 cases across the country. The calls comprised complaints mentioning mob attacks, that is 288 cases of mob attacks, and damages to places of worships, 28 such cases. As many as 1,331 women, 588 tribals and 513 Dalits were injured in these attacks as per the report. Further, it noted that the police did not allow congregation in at least 85 instances this year, that is 2021. In its state-wise classification, UCF found that Uttar Pradesh reported the most such cases, that is 66, followed by Chhattisgarh, where 47 such cases were recorded, and Karnataka, where 32 such cases were recorded. Now, there are several incidents on record widely reported which point to such cases of attacks. In many cases, the attacks are rooted in notion that Christian groups are indulging in forceful conversion by promising medical facilities, cash payments, etc. Now let us talk about the BJP link to these incidents, some of these incidents. Some of these incidents are also traced to the workers of the ruling BJP. For example, Uttarakhand Roorkee church attack. According to NDTV, the FIR in the case names at least 2 people who are connected to the BJP. These have been named by the complainant in her FIR. In another incident in Chhattisgarh, a seer named Swami Paramatmanand called for killing of those involved in the alleged forceful conversion in presence of the BJP bigwigs of the state. A BJP MLA from MP, Rameshwar Sharma, in October this year called for Hindus to stay away from Father and Chadar while addressing a gathering at the Shahra function in state capital Bhopal. Now, these are some of the examples of how BJP leaders or BJP workers have been indulging in statements against the community. However, the point is, when leaders of the ruling party make such statements or do not object when such statements are made in their presence or participate in such kind of a violence, they are in fact furthering or fueling the unfounded fears of majority Hindus being endangered. This in turn sows the seeds of distrust and thereby communal disharmony in the society. Will the party also condemn or promise strict action against those who indulge in such kind of violence against the community?